So apparently everybody just gets brought back to life. The ending that no one would have expected is the one we ended up getting. And by no one, I mean everybody expected this to happen. Whenever it is we get to the ending of an arc, I always do this. I always ask the same question, which is, okay, so what changed? And I guess in this case, the answer is not much.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. I mean, if I were to rank the characters that I felt changed the most by the end of this arc, it'd probably be like 17, Frieza, Vegeta, and possibly Jiren.
I mean, ultimately, I feel like this was such a great episode for Frieza, both action-wise, dialogue-wise, and character-wise. It's just all around a good episode for Frieza. Like, the sass was all over this episode. Goku's just insurance. I don't care what happens to him. He's just in the background. And so he goes at him, and it's a 1v1 for a little bit, and I love how as they're fighting, they keep crashing down to the lower levels. Frieza takes advantage of the fact that Jiren's cool is running out. Like, he's like, what happened to your poker face, bro? Like, what happened? So he's calling him out. He's getting into his head. At one point, Jiren retaliates by stepping on his tail and going ham on him, just treating him like a punching bag. But then Frieza counters this by bringing in 2 rocks to sort of hold Jiren right there, like with a pincer lock, and ultimately that leads, it paves the way for 17 to come in with his own attack and use the barrier so that he makes sure that like Jiren doesn't escape the explosion. And just like last week, we get reintroduced to the classic power of friendship power-up in Shonen, because Toppo won't shut up. He's yelling things at Jiren, and that actually allows Jiren to sort of, just get up. He was about to be just blown out of the platform by Frieza. I will say, though, that Frieza did take his time. He was just like pointing that finger for a while, just like he was almost asking for Jiren to get up at that point. So eventually Jiren does, and 17 and Frieza apparently cannot hold him. 17 is asking Frieza, use more of your energy, and Frieza standing right next to him going like, shut up already, I'm all out of gold. And then Goku comes in, base Goku comes in, and they double team him. Frieza, Goku double teaming Jiren. Amazing action. The speed, the choreography during this double team was amazing. I love how they're just jumping from platform to platform, trying to connect stuff, trying to push him back. Oh my gosh, Vegeta's face during that was priceless. Like, well, he's actually working together with Frieza. Vegeta's face says it all, folks. Look at that. The speed and the teamwork were real in this episode finale, man. There's this one part where Frieza, because he's still conniving Frieza, he turns to Goku, like, Goku, do you remember our promise? Do you remember our promise, yes or no? He's like, yeah, I'll keep mine if you keep yours. All right, launch me, shoot me at him. And Goku's like, all right, here we go. Shoots Frieza like a missile. And this thing comes crashing down along with Jiren to the lower levels, and it's still not enough to take him out. So Goku has to come in for the final push. And then we get, I think this is my favorite shot of the episode, where Goku is coming in from the top, just falling down like a meteor, all right? And you see a little bit of that flicker of the Super Saiyan, but he goes back to base because he just doesn't have enough energy. And then the 3 of them get eliminated, so it's good game. It's up to Android 17 to wish everybody back, get the Super Dragon Balls back in play, use that weird incantation to summon the dragon, and everybody gets brought back. And there are some pretty cool shots. I specifically liked the Champa scene where he just looks up into the sky. He's like, I'm not going to say thank you, brother. That was nice. Also, Gowasu made an appearance, so he's back as well as the 3 of the Dangers standing on these rocks here. It kind of reminded me of like a scene from The Lion King or something, like the hyenas are back. And then we go over to Universe 11, and when we see Jiren back, you kind of hear like a theme, and I don't know if it's just me, but it really reminded me of the start of the Superman theme, like dun 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 dun. Okay, maybe not exactly like that, but I made that connection. Also, speaking of Jiren, I'm glad that he has friends now. I'm glad that Toppo actually sort of acknowledged the fact that they were now friends, that they now had a bond that didn't exist before. But I still have a question. What was Jiren's wish? There's just a bunch of different moments sprinkled throughout this finale that made it seem like it was inconclusive. I'll give you some examples. So Frieza coming back to his forces and saying that he's not good. Like he's just, he's still like on the road of evil. You have Goku challenging Jiren, telling him that he wants to see him again because he's like, yo, okay, we both got stronger out of this tournament, but I definitely want to see you again for a rematch or something like that. Just keeping that door open. And then Jiren remembers that. We got Vegeta by the end talking about, talking about the fact that Goku cannot go Ultra Instinct anymore. Apparently that was just, that was very, very specific to the context of the tournament, and he did it by accident. So he's ending the show with Super Saiyan Blue. I'm assuming, I mean, he can still go Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. I don't know if Vegeta can use his royal Super Saiyan Blue, like the mode that he has after Super Saiyan Blue, but it was just kind of like, wait, what's with the continuity? Are they saving these forms so that they can showcase them in the movie or something? But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that I felt like the storyline was sort of left open a little bit with different character dialogues. Like you have Vegeta saying that the power of a Saiyan has no limits. You have the Saiyans from Universe 6 saying that or I think it was Khalifa who said like, let's go train so that we can go Super Saiyan 3. And even the narrator by the end says that once a stronger opponent appears, that's when the story of Goku and his friends will continue. Until we meet again. Anyhow, I'm glad that 17 got the cruise that he wanted for winning the tournament, because he really deserved it, for being considerate, for making a good wish, and for being such a brilliant strategist. The thing is, though, I really wanted to see his family, and we didn't get to see that. So, also, it is now confirmed that Whis has the power to bypass and overcome plot at his own convenience. Like, he can turn back time, he can speed up human gestation periods to make babies get born sooner than they need to. He revived Frieza in the episode. Crazy stuff.
And then also I think this episode left us with a little bit more insight regarding Zeno as a character, because there's this one line where the angels are talking, and initially I think the consensus was that like Zeno was just like this very powerful Pokemon-looking guy that just wanted to have fun, even at the expense of committing genocide and erasing all these universes. But there's this line where the angels are talking, and they said, well, I think the Daishinkan says, had 17 not made that wish, had somebody else made a selfish wish, he would have erased everything. So that kind of like speaks to the morality of Zeno. He's not just a playful child. He does have a moral compass. And not only that, but there's a line that says that he also, if that's the way he wanted things, it's probably because he believes in the potential of mortals, in the potential of humans, right? And their potential for change, and their potential to do good, to do something good and do something special, which I personally think is a reference to the Samasu arc. Because if you remember, that's all of Samasu's problem, is that he didn't believe that mortals, that humans were worthy, that they were just destined to create conflict and violence and just create suffering. Samasu didn't believe in human potential to change for the better. And so I'm really glad that it was actually Zeno who ended up erasing him, because apparently Zeno does believe in that. I wanted to close with a message from Masako Nosawa, who is Goku's voice actress, the Japanese voice actress for Goku. Shout out to Herms on Twitter for the translation. And she says, with the recording session for the final episode of Dragon Ball Super over, I'm filled with emotion. Sure enough, Goku was his old self. While the TV anime is taking a little break, emphasis on taking a little break, that's what she says, it's taking a break, there's still the movie in December. And we already saw, I'm pretty sure all of you already saw the teaser for it. It looks great. Like high quality movie animation, super fluid. Again, very, very nostalgic, very, very classic Dragon Ball, adult Goku, but it has that Dragon Ball feel to it, that original Dragon Ball. And I cannot see why they wouldn't release that movie worldwide simultaneously. They just have this great opportunity to turn this whole thing into an event. So I'm looking forward to that. And then she goes on to say, and I hope that another TV series will start up while the iron is still hot. There you go. She's not closing any doors. I'm sure Goku will keep on training like always, because the world of Dragon Ball will just keep on going and going.
It's like the Energizer Bunny. Dragon Ball is the gift that keeps on giving. Anyway, guys, I just really want to say that despite the show's flaws, and it has flaws, we would be lying if we said it didn't, that it was a perfect show. It's by no means a perfect show, but I just want to say that despite that, I just really, really enjoyed looking forward to watching an episode and making a video about it every Saturday night, as I have done so up until now. I'll be covering all of the movie-related stuff leading towards December, and if they just so happen to announce a new show, a new series involving the Dragon Ball franchise, then bow! I'll be right back on that horse. So thank you so much for watching and sticking with me for all these episodes. I really appreciate it. I know this show is just, it just means so much to so many people. I was watching some of the crowd reactions for 130. It's crazy. It's amazing. People from all over the world, crowds and crowds of people just standing there, like from all over Latin America, Ciudad Juarez, you know, a city that was once known for mass murder. And now people are just going out of their houses to just watch this show. And it's just so inspiring. It's such a phenomenon in fandom, and I really thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this, to some degree at least, by watching my videos. If you want to see some of those crowd reactions of people cheering on Goku, 17, and Frieza even, all you have to do is type in Dragon Ball Super 130 crowd reaction, and you'll get it. You'll see the excitement, the vibe of these people. And I just have to talk about this because I don't think it's very common for a show to be able to do that, to pull so many people. The servers were down. Crunchyroll was like down last week because of the episode. So again, thank you so much. Catch you guys later. If you could leave me a thumbs up, that'd be great. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks again. Bye.